Yeah, so guys, welcome back. What's up, everyone? What's up? How's everyone doing? Trying to see if the mic is working. Yeah, I think we are good to go. Yeah, sure. Okay, guys, welcome back to the new episode, which is episode 21. And yeah, since been 4 days, yeah, since our last stream, and I've kind of been doing this lately. Be delaying the streams based on some issues. I've been having some stuff I'm doing on the background that's taking my time. So I haven't been streaming like before when I was streaming on regular basis. But yeah, hoping to get into that yeah soon. Kind of like start again streaming on regular basis. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's the excuse for now. Yeah, guys, welcome back to the new episode, which is episode 21. In this episode, we are kind of like basically trying to work, get our app to work with Stripe Connect. Yeah, yeah, that's the main reason for this episode. I'm trying to onboard. So basically, what Stripe Connect is all about is trying to have multi vendors in your app. So if you are building an app that uses multi vendors, what I mean by multi vendors is if you're using an app whereby you get people to put their products to sell their product in your app, like multiple people can sell their product in your app. So you're not limited to being the ones owning the product. So you're allowing different shops or smaller businesses to list their product on your platform, and you pay, and you kind of like get them to be paid from your platform whenever their product is being sold, something like that. You get kind of like you transfer the payment to them. So that's kind of how multi-vendor works. So we are going to be using Stripe for that. So the idea is that on the app over here, instead of us being the one listing the flowers and all the gift items like say wine and other stuff, we kind of like get people's or other businesses to actually list their product on the platform, and then whenever they make sales, we get our own profits. So I won't say profit, and you get our own percentage or something like that from the sales they made, and then you transfer the rest of the money to them. Yeah, so yeah, so that's basically what this is all about. I don't think there's any other stuff we need to talk about. I'm kind of like trying to get everybody to know what we are doing today. But yeah, let's get into the development. So if you have been with me throughout the streams that we've been doing previously, so we already completed all this path. These are done with. Basically, we are kind of like working on this path of the app whereby we are trying to integrate the Stripe stuff. Yeah, but right now you can actually see there's nothing over here, so we need to actually work on that. So what we need to do, um, think we kind of like start off with the UI first before we kind of like get over to um, getting Stripe, to opening a Stripe account. We already have a Stripe account, but if you don't have a Stripe account, I'll show you how to open one. And yeah, so I'm gonna minimize this. So first of all, we need to add a button right here that will actually allow the user to kind of like onboard as a seller in the app. We need to do that straight inside our profile page. So this is our profile screen, and I'm not going to write any code. Basically, I'm going to copy it to speed up this development, because there's a whole lot of stuff to actually talk about. So I'm just going to copy the code over, and then we could just talk about it. So that should be inside our profile screen. Yeah. So inside our profile screen, we need to add this code. I'm gonna copy it over. So there we go. So over here, I'm gonna paste the code. We are going to talk about it later on. So we already have these two code pasted here. Like I said, we're going to talk about this. Let's start from the first part over here. So basically, if you have been following along, you remember there's a when we kind of like created this user model in a database. So if you could remember, in a database we have a user model that kind of like has this stuff called shop manual verification. Basically, what this does is that whenever someone registers through the app, basically have to use this to manually verify the user. So basically, let's say the admin or whoever is managing the platform, we kind of like toggle this on and off to say that the user, the shop owner is verified or something like that, so that they can be able to list their product on the platform. To show you more about that, I'm going to open up our AWS accounts. Let me see if I can get that open up, because the last time we tried this, we kind of like spent our whole day on getting the browser to actually open AWS console. Took us almost 30 minutes to do that, I think. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but something in the let me see. Guys, give me a second. Let me see if this will open up. I'm trying to open that on my other browser, so sorry for that. Not showing over here. Come on, open. Yeah, so why that is still opening in the background? So like I said, over here we are trying to toggle, we're toggling this for the back end by the admin. For each shop owner that registered through our platform, we toggle this on and off. Basically that's true or false, something like that. And if this is actually shop manual verification is complete, then we can show the user any of these stuff that we have here. Either we show them profile, so that they can, if the shop manual verification is false, then we are going to show them this. Then if it's true, we show them this one right there. And yeah, so that's it. So that's basically the base model for what we are doing here. And if the user show verification is complete, then we can just skip over to show them this particular button under here. So but right now you can see that we are having so many errors showing up here. We need to actually be able to create and all this, but I'm going to comment them out at the moment, and also comment this out so I can be able to do other stuff. And then over up here we're going to create another one function. I'm going to call that constant is account created. It's going to return basically return so I'm going to replace this with the code. So this is the ideal code I'm looking for. So yeah, so this code which I kind of like take care of is account creator. Okay, that's probably not the code. I copied over the wrong code. Yeah, so let's press this again. So there you go. So the code is basically the forward function is basically doing is trying to check through our user data model to see if the Stripe seller shop ID is created, to see if the shop is completed, and also to see if manual verification is actually true. If all this is true, then we can actually show the second UI right here. So yeah, that's the idea part of this. But right now, the issue we are having is that our AWS is not actually trying to load. I don't know why that's happening. It should be able to load up, um, but it's not kind of like showing up. So if you click on this, the content parts, nothing is actually visible. That's not supposed to be happening, because this is where I will actually show you guys what's going on, how to toggle the stuff on and off. But if you want to kind of take a look at the data, we can actually take a look at the data here and see what I mean by that. So the shop manual verification is complete. So this is the property that we're actually checking on the user data model, and the stripe I set a shop ID like I talked about, and the shop completed stripe. So these are all the stuff I'm talking about. So this is denying us the chance to actually view it. I don't know what is going on. Put it aside for now. So let's go ahead and save this and see how this works. So I save this, and you can actually see we have go to shop listing. That's because actually this particular user has completed the onboarding for Stripe Connect. So that's multi-vendor onboarding. But I'm going to toggle this off for that user, so that I actually do this manually with the same user. Okay, so let's try restart this. That user right now will not be able to list. So you can actually see that. So I actually toggle this off for that particular user. Let me see. I can actually bring this closer in here. Okay, yeah, there we go. So basically, this is the UI I'm talking about. So if you open this, so this is our back end. You're going to see the section when I was talking about recently. So I was talking about this shop manual verification. It has this toggle. If you toggle it on, that becomes the user. I'm saying the user is kind of like fully verified. They can list their product on the platform. And if I turn it off, that means the user cannot list their product on the platform. So for now, I will turn it off so that we can actually do the manual verification from the start up again. Yeah, and I can actually toggle this one off also. The Stripe seller shop ID. So this is the user Stripe seller shop ID. You can decide to remove it to make it empty, but for now I'm going to leave it because we're still going to replace it after the verification. I'm going to show you how that works. So save this and go back, put this off here, off screen. We don't need it anymore. So there you go. I was able to show you guys what I was talking about. So now we have this button that's actually here. So this is the become a setup button. So the idea is here is that when the user taps on this, we want to actually register them inside our Stripe as one of our business listers or shop that list their business on our platform. So I'm going to create a function for that. So head over to the utils folder. So inside the utils folder, I'm going to create a file called seller dash accounts dash create. Yeah, so dash create dot tx, basically tx meaning TypeScript. Yeah, that means TypeScript. I'm going to copy the whole code over, and we're going to just talk about what the code is doing over here. So there you go. I created a separate class to actually help us to do the so like I kind of like put it aside, say that okay, for this, so this class will be in charge of doing anything with creating connector accounts and any other stuff we want to do with vendors, so we can actually add those code inside this class over here. So what the class is doing is that when we call this set account dot create generates account links, which is a static function. When we call this, it's going to make a fetch request to our backend. We're going to see create the backend code. When it makes a fetch request, and the fetch request is basically going to call a Stripe endpoint on its own, and it's going to return a URL for us that we're going to use to create this particular user vendor account. So that's basically all this stuff is doing. And I'm going to create this Stripe seller account in our .env environment, which we don't have yet. So let's add those. So head over to the type, .env type. I'm going to add that particular type right here. There you go. Well, let's save this. Next, head over to the seller account, and you can see this is fixed at the moment. And we need to head over to the environment variable itself. I'm gonna add this by somewhere here. I said that is equals to so there you go, Stripe seller account, and this is our backend URL. If you could remember, we have been creating our backend in these endpoints, and the endpoint that we're going to hit is basically Stripe create seller accounts. I'm going to show you guys that also. So I'm going to save this and then head over here. So let's work on this. So I'm going to bring up the backend right now. So if you guys remember, we are using Glitch for our code. So basically we are using Glitch for the backend resources. So our backend is really hosted on Glitch platform. So let's log in. Yeah, I think this should be it. Okay, come on. Okay, so why is this? Come on. Just trying to see why the Glitch platform is not opening. I don't know why, but for some reason it's actually not opening. Okay, yeah, I think I got it. So there we go. Here's our backend. And if you take a look, like I say, we are going to be hitting the endpoint we are trying to get to actually be able to create a Stripe account is the endpoint in our backend called Stripe create Sarah account. There you go. And if you open this up and scroll down to there, that should be somewhere. Yeah, so there's a endpoint, so it's kind of like a get request. So I'm making a get request over here. Stripe create Sarah account, like I said. That's basically what we have over here too. Stripe create Sarah accounts. And once you open that up over here, once we get to this endpoint, the get request on this endpoint, what we want to do is basically call stripe.create customer with this express, and we are saying constant account links. So once to create a new account link that we want to use to onboard that particular user, and over here we are passing the account ID of that user. So whenever we are over here, we need to send an account ID of that particular user that we want to create, and the account ID is gotten from this function that we have over here. So there you go, you see the account ID showing up. So we're going to say is equals to await stripe.accountlinks.create. We are passing the account ID, and we are passing a refresh URL over here. So these are to create a refresh URL. So the refresh URL, first of all, we are starting with environment.host, which is basically our backend URL, which is this up here. We are getting that from our environment variables. And next we are saying stripe.create Sarah accounts reauth with the account ID, basically Sarah accounts reauth. Then we're passing the account ID to it, and again we have return URL. So the return URL is basically when the onboarding is done. So when the user is successfully onboarded or something like that, we want the user to actually return to this particular URL. Basically, we want to return the user to our home app, which is our app over here, and we are passing the return URL, right? And remember the host, which is currently our main backend URL showing up there. And then we are going to hit this endpoint called success failure. Then we are passing the user account to it. And we are saying the type of accounts we are creating is basically account onboarding for connect accounts. And yeah, so if everything is successful, just send back the accounts URL that the user will use for onboarding right in here. And if the user is done onboarded, return URL, this is the return URL I'm talking about, success failure. Basically what the success failure is doing is response or redirect us to environment process the environment the app scheme name. So this app scheme name is basically in our environment variable. So I already created that. Okay, the reason why we are not seeing this because I'm viewing this as a viewer, not as a logged in user. So you can actually see that I'm not logged in yet. So that's why it's not showing me the environment variable. I don't know why it's not trying to log me in. Should log me in, but trying to log in, but it's not working. I don't really know what's going on. Okay, let's see. Okay, looks like looks like I don't have anything with this account, so I'm gonna log out and log in with my another account. So yeah, I think that's the issue here. Yeah, so there we go, nice one. So yeah, so finally we are able to log into our real accounts. Yeah, so you can say the app scheme is basically over here we call it a seed. That's because the app scheme is basically for if you know about deep linking in React Native, or basically in iOS and Android. Also you do the same on React Native for cross-platform. It's using the same scenario for deep linking on both Android and iOS. So the deep linking URL for us is the a seed. It's called a seed, and you can actually find that on inside our Xcode info file, which you can actually find here, info.plist. That's called CF bundle URL schemes, and this is our deep linking URL. So basically what this is all about is that whenever any app calls this on our from anywhere. So basically when let's say on example right here we are on iOS at the moment. So let's say the user kind of like navigating inside our app is in the browser. When this URL is being called, this redirect URL right here. So where is it again? So let's go down. So yeah, so when this redirect URL is being called, let's say the user is using the browser app, so this will actually take the user to our app on their mobile phone. So our deep linking scheme is kind of like registered only for this particular app. So that's why you kind of have to make it to be actually different, something different, so that it will kind of like take the user to a different app or any other app on their phone. It just kind of like need to be unique to your own app, so that you only take the user to your own app. So that's what the deep linking URL is all about. And then we are saying we want to navigate to the home part of the app, and we want to pass this ID whenever we navigate to the home part of the app. So that's what the deep linking is all about. Yeah, so like I said, we hit this endpoint to create a seller account, and when the seller account is successful, the creation is successful, it will take us to our user app by passing in the ID right over here. So yeah, let's get back, save this, and let's give this a try. So we are on the profile section, and this is path. I'm going to uncomment this out and copy some code over. So we're having this highlight over here telling us that this is not being set up in our app. So we need to set that states. So we're going to use states for that. So paste the code right there, and that will fix the errors that we're having here. This needs to be imported. Remember we created this, so we already imported it. So I'm going to save this and give it a test run right now. So let's give this a test run. I'm going to uncomment this part also, save whatever is in here, and say become. When you tap on this, yeah, so you can actually see it's gonna take us to our browser for us to register. See that showing up. So our app is actually working, so that's cool, that's working. Because right now when you tap on the create vendor account or become a seller, it takes you to a browser and opens a URL, so that you being the person that wants to become a seller will register on our platform using this link from Stripe, and that takes us to Stripe part of this app. So I'm going to open Stripe on this place. So let's open my Stripe over here. So here we go. So go to the dashboard. So basically why I'm being taken to the dashboard, because I already have an account. set up already. But in the situation you don't have an account, I think you can actually do that by going through this route. So you can try that in a incognito. So I'm gonna say Stripe, go straight to stripe.com, and this will show us that we don't have an account. You can actually see that. You need to sign in or sign up. So in this case, just sign up, not login. Just go to sign up. Then you can actually register your business or for your or as a developer, just register as a developer that you want to use Stripe or whatever. So yeah, after the registration, you could be able to view the dashboard over here. And currently, right now, I'm using my test account for this tutorial. Yeah. So inside the test account, you'll be seeing the publishable key and secret that you need. So for this publishable key and secret, you need both of these. That's why we are able to actually get our backend to work. I don't need this. I think we don't need this. Yeah, we don't need this path. So the reason why we're able to get our Stripe to actually work, because right here at the top of our backend, if you have been following me, if you kind of know how we created this backend, you can actually go back to the previous videos I made on the creating this backend. So right over here, you can actually see the Stripe section. We initialize our Stripe by getting a Stripe ID. So this is our Stripe, like I said, the publishable key and secret key, which is inside our dot environment, and I call it Stripe2, which is a secret test key, and you can get that from here. So just open this and copy it. I'm not going to show you guys. So but if you are using your own dashboard, just open this, click on this, and you can copy the secret key, use that in this back end right over here, call it Stripe test 2. And the back end is free for you guys who was asking. If you want to get it back, and just go over to Glitch. It's called Obtainable Pi. I'm going to add a link to the YouTube description also. You can get it back end for free. That's up there. So yeah, once you get this set up, and also publishable key, also add your publishable key too. And the publishable key is called Stripe PB key, showing up here. And yeah, so head over to the back end again, head back to Stripe. Then once you're inside the Stripe, you won't be able to use Stripe Connect if you haven't set up your Stripe Connect. So to set up Stripe Connect, go over to, if you register on Stripe, you're going to see this stuff called Connect on the top bar right here. Click on it, and you should be able to set up your Connect accounts from the, so we need to log in. Okay, yeah, we need to log in, but I don't know why it's asking me to log in. Yeah, so you register for your Stripe Connect. I've already done the registration on my own, but if you haven't done it, like I said, just this is a link to it. So in some cases you might not be able to see this Connect showing up here in your tab bar. How to access it is basically use this URL, your Stripe dashboard, Connect, then yeah, go to this URL to actually take you to set up your Stripe Connect. And once you are there, so the setup goes like this. So first of all, it will tell you your email is verified, complete your platform profile. If you complete that, it will show you a green color. But if you need to complete that, you need to do that. And next is basically to add. Next one will be to add your business designed to the Stripe Connect. So let's see that dashboard. Go over to test accounts. Yeah, I think this is what we're looking for. Yeah, test account. Complete a platform profile. So if you haven't completed it, this will not look like this. So it will give you option to complete it. So once you complete this, you have the green icon showing up here. Yeah, I think that's it. Once you get all those stuff complete, you'll be able to use the back end. Also, when you have access to the back end, like I said, you can get access to the back end. There's a URL to the back end if you're looking for it. So there's a URL to get access to the back end. And then once you get access to the back end, make sure you add these environment variables that I've added here. The one that's needed is this stripe 2. Add this stripe 2, like I say, use a secret from stripe, and add this app scheme. That's from your deep linking on iOS. Add this app scheme, and then what else you need to add? Then add this stripe PB key, publishable key from your stripe also. As I said, that should be from home. This is the publishable key, and this is the secret key. You need to add both of them, and then you add the host. The host also will be the URL to the back end, so it's nothing different, just the URL to the back end. That will be the host without the slash. Yeah, and I think that's it. So make sure you add this before you can actually start using the back end. Once that is done, so like I say, you'll be taken over to this section where we'll be able to create the back end resources right there, and we can actually go ahead and test this out. So I'm going to say register this. We already have the extension, basically add my real phone number. So for the test, I'm going to add my real phone number right here. But guys, don't call me. So that will be 50502865064 502865064, and go ahead and hit continue. Let's see if you're missing any other stuff. Yeah, so yeah, a verification link, SMS will be sent to our phone number, so you just need to use that. Yeah, I received the verification number, so we're going to type it in here: 370-296-296. And once you are done, it will actually verify this code. Yeah, and it's actually verified, so you need to register a business, I would say. So I'm the person that's trying to register my business to actually work on the platform. So I'm going to register this either as a company or as an individual. So let's choose an individual right here. Is your business registered in a free zone? I think I'm going to select yes. Then this one just for Dubai registration. This will actually differ depending on the location you are in, or the user is actually registering from. Let's say the user might be in any different country, so this will actually differ. Say Lego business name, just random stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna call this soft. Just call it soft. Just for now, we are just doing the testing. Company registration number. I'll just use any random number. I don't know if this is actually a real registration number, but for the testing purposes, I'm going to add that right there. So doing business as I think that should be the operating name of your company. Yeah, I can just put the random stuff there. Soft. Registered business address. United Arab Emirates. Yeah, correct. Business address. Yeah, we need the province. We are in Dubai. And address can actually do all these ones. And next we have business phone number, say 5028650, whatever random numbers we got. Just put that as a phone number. And then the industry, just any stuff. Business URL. You can add that. Your customers can add that. If they don't want, they can just skip that. Just add the dummy stuff, put the description, dummy sentence, and then continue. Yeah. So it will take us to verify you represent this business. Basically, yeah, I represent the business. So I'm gonna write my name here just for now, the dummy business for testing, but in real world the customers has to actually add a real business name, not a these jargons that we're doing here. So the email address, just any random stuff also, rb.v for now. Job title, I'm gonna say I'm the CEO. Of course, I'm the CEO. Nationality, just choose a nationality. Just basically Shows your nationality, any other stuff. There you go. Date of birth, yeah, months, moon, what's it called again? Day, yep, 23, and year you can just say 1885. I wish I'm that old, but manager and owners must be under 120 years. Okay, that's too much. So let's choose something. Okay, 1991. Yeah, let's just choose 1991 as a date of birth. The home address, yes, I have that over there. Province, Dubai. Then phone number, any random stuff like I said. Yeah. Then personal ID number, that should actually be up to 15. So just add a random number up to 15 for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. There you go. And then continue. And add public detail, just continue. Use a test account, so your back account, so the customers will add a back account too, so that they'll be able to get a cash out whenever they make a sales on the platform. So I'm gonna edit this. So whatever are we missing? I think we're missing the address. Let's add on the stuff. Okay, yeah, save. What else says we are missing something, so yeah, okay, edit this. I'm gonna add a random stuff over here for now. Add a random stuff, both of them. Yeah, I think that should be it. Then submit. Let's see if any other stuff is required on our own end. So but on the real customer registration, you have to make sure that all this stuff actually correct. There's no information required soon, so make sure everything is correct. Then next you have to hit the submit button, and there you go. You can actually see the redirecting, so it's redirecting us to the platform, and you can actually see open this page in Flowery Gift app. So if you tap on this, you see we have been navigated back to our app, and now we could actually see that we are taken back to our app. That's because we added this, like I said, this particular section here where we are adding our app URL scheme, and we are saying / deep link home account. We are passing the ID, but for now we are not utilizing this ID in our app, but we are going to work on that. But for now we are able to see how the registration stuff works. Yeah, so that's cool. But let's work on the deep linking to be able to get access to this ID, because right now the user has been navigated into our app, but we can access this ID to be able to confirm that the user has completed their registration or whatever. So we need to be able to confirm that the user has completed their registration, and we can just mark them verified or something like that. So we need to work on that section. To do that, what we need to do is to go straight to oh no, that's what we're looking for. Go straight to this section that we have right here. That should be inside our app.txx. So we kind of like have to do this on the main roots of the app, the first app roots. So yeah, we should be up, yeah, this path. Is there any other stuff we are missing that we should have done right in here? Okay, so let's start a setup. I'm going to make this fast by copying the code over for the setup, and I'm going to talk about what each of these is doing. First of all, I'm going to copy a handle deep link code that will help us to handle deep linking. So there you go. I'm gonna paste that somewhere right here. Come on, what did we select? Yeah, so there you go, paste that over here, and we are going to use callback, import that, and I import use Stripe for Stripe. Yeah, so those are fixed. So we have this function called handle deep link that will be called on the use effect. So we're going to add a use effect. So whenever the app notices a change, or it reviews, or someone opens the app for the first time, or someone opened the app through a link or a redirect link, the use effect should actually be called. Yeah. So once the use effect is called, I'm gonna copy paste the use effect code right here. These are use effect code. There you go. Okay, add the linking. So the linking is basically from React Native that will help us to do our linking, and handle deep link, which is this URL that have this function that we have over here at the top. We are calling that in here, and we're passing an initial URL to it, but for some reason it says this expression is not callable. Okay. Also, while we getting this, type void has no cause signature. Okay. Yeah, so let's fix this one. So I'm gonna import this from AWS before we can actually talk about what we're doing here. So import all these issues, fix every single one of them. So they are all fixed except this issue that we're having here. But these, I think this from TypeScript, this issue is from TypeScript itself. Yeah, but we are good to go. So let's go ahead and explain whatever we are doing right here. So over here we created a function called handle deep link that will help us to actually wash deep linking in our app and also handle them for us. So inside a function, we are using a use callback effect. Yeah, so use callback, and inside a use callback, we are passing a function into it, which is a synchronous callback function inside the use callback. We are watching to see if a URL is actually added, which is basically this URL that we are passing in here. And if there's a URL that has been detected, I'm going to console log, we receive the deep URL here, and we are going to call stripe.handle URL callback. And stripe.handle URL callback, we are going to say if stripe handled, console log stripe is handled URL. So we're checking if this URL is basically from Stripe or not from Stripe. And if it's not from Stripe, what we need to do, that means we already know that this URL is coming from a redirect itself, not from Stripe itself. So the redirect is basically the one I actually showed you guys from our backend. This redirect over here. So that's what we are monitoring. Come on, open up. So that's what we are monitoring in this section of S statements. Once we get that, we get the URL that is not being handled by Stripe. We are going to split the URL, split it by using the equal to sign, which if you can like take a look at the URL, you understand why we are splitting it. We are splitting it using the equals to sign to get the ID of that particular user, Stripe ID of that particular user, so that I can be able to use it and verify the user or do whatever we want to do. So we are splitting it by this equal to sign, and we are getting the parameter at index 1. So if we split it, so the split function will actually create an array with 2 items inside it, and the 2 items inside the array is basically the 2 items inside the array right there is basically this endpoint starting from here all the way to here before the equal to sign, and the second one will become the ID that we are trying to get. So the first one will be at the index 0 and the second one will be at the index 1. So that's why we are using params are index 1, get hold of that, and we are actually trying to check if it's greater than 0, so the length is greater than 0 to make sure it's not empty, that something is actually in there. And then once that is it, we are going to get this user from, we are going to get the current registered user in our app, and we are going to get their details from our back end. That's a better way to do this. Instead of calling this, we can actually utilize the current user we already saved once the user logs in our app. So yeah, then you get the user details by using this function. And once we have got that, we want to save these user details by actually saving the Stripe seller shop ID that we got from here. So the seller shop ID, which is the code, we are saving it inside the Stripe seller shop ID for that particular user, and we are toggling this on and off by checking if the code is true. So we are trying to make sure that this code is available and not empty. Then if the code is available, so we are going to say that the seller shop ID is completed, and else we are going to say is false, that is not completed. And manual verification, we are going to kind of like toggle that to be false. We want that to be done manually by us or by any admin of the app, so we're going to set that to be false at the moment. And next is going to be updated the user type, so we're going to set the user type to be seller user, because we already have two user type at the moment. One of the user type is normal user and the second user type is seller user. We can actually make this better by using enums, TypeScript enums, to actually hard code these values so that we can't forget them and misuse them later on. So yeah, but that's kind of like for the next time on the app when we kind of want to do some refactoring, so you can actually move most of these to enums and in a proper place. Yeah, I think that's it. So inside our use effect, we are calling this function called get URI asynchronous. So basically you're going to call linking.get initial URI, then handle deep link passing the URI that's been returned from deep linking. So basically get initial URI will be called, let's say the app was dead in the background, so the user haven't opened the app for the first time, right? And then this code right here, the callback we received here, right, is being called to open the app for the first time. So this one will be triggered right here, and when we call this, it will get the URI, the deep linking URI, and pass it over to us, and we can handle that right here. Then we can do whatever we want to do in here with it. And next we are going to add a listener. So this listener, we are saying we want to listen for whenever there's actual there's an actual deep linking happening in the app later on, maybe after the user have opened the app, started using the app for a long time, whenever they feel like doing whatever that we can actually have a deep linking or something like that to the app. So we want to listen to deep linking, and the type of deep link linking we want to listen to is URL type, and we want to listen to that event, and with the structure in the event and get hold of something called URL from the events. And in here we're going to console log that will receive the deep linking URL, passing the URL, and over here we're going to see console log the params from the URL that we received, and then we call the handle deep link, we're passing the URL of the deep link, and we're going to return deep link listener.remove. So this is very important for your use effect. So for use effect cleaning up, so you have to do this to clean up your use effect, and also we have to be calling the use effect whenever this handle deep link changes, which is our callback right here, and this callback is also called whenever handle URL callback also changes is also. So yeah, that's basically it, but let's try this out. So I'm going to save this whole code that we have. I think that should be able to rebuild our app. So let's rebuild our app by doing that. Restart. Says function not implemented. What function is not implemented? What function is not implemented? So what are we getting this error from? Okay, looks like at this point we're getting the error from here. So let's look at this and see what function is not actually implemented. Actually, be careful to see if there's something we're not doing right here. Okay, we got to use stripe. Yeah, I don't think we got something wrong. Okay, this function inside app, we created this handle deep link function right here, which we are using over here also. Okay, but for some reason it's telling us that we're not implementing a function, so I think we are at the point we need to do some debugging to figure out what's wrong here. I might actually sense maybe there's the issue that we're having, so let's console log that out. Let's start. Use callback. Function not implemented. Let's say use callback. Okay, that's strange. Okay, so basically this is actually creating a separate function called use callback for us, and that's actually throwing an error, because it's saying that we need to actually implement this function by ourselves, but that's not what we want to do. We want to use the React one, the use callback being given to us by React, and not actually creating a function called use callback by ourselves. So we're going to get use callback from here. I'm going to say use callback. Yeah, there we go. I think before we do that, let's undo whatever we have done before. Let's go back. Okay, and there you go. Then we can decide to remove this. Not decide, we actually need to remove it. Yeah, remove that and then import use callback right here. Use callback. That should be able to fix our issue. Yeah, that's fixed. Yeah, this is no longer having the highlighted red line on it again. So let's restart this. That's cool. Right now I'm going to try to have this deep linking code. So let's say we have this. Let's skip for now. Verify represent this business, continue. I'm gonna say skip for now. So let's review your details. So I'm gonna submit this. Are you gonna see? So let's open this on our app. And for some reason we're not getting the deep linking being called, so this deep link is not being actually seeing anything. So you can actually see nothing is being called on the screen. None of this code is running at the moment, so that means something is off. So we need to fix it. And that kind of like brings us to the part where we need to do a deep linking or a Navigator container, which I'm going to copy the code over. So instead of that Navigator container right here, we're going to set up a Navigator container for deep linking to listen for deep linking. So that will be saying linking in here. and inside here I'm going to say prefix, and the prefix will basically be a C, which we remember when I say this, our scheme, our app scheme. Yeah, there you go. So this is for our app scheme / deep link. Yeah, deep link, and that's from basically the same stuff we have right here, app URL scheme, and then / deep links. Okay, that will remain the X sign, and then next will be the config, the configuration, and we're going to paste the configuration right at the top. Let's say config, yeah, and the configuration is basically the screens that we're going to navigate to. So over here we're going to navigate to home screen, or yeah, home screen or whatever. So we named it home. So we can save this. Once we save that, next is head over to our iOS folder, iOS path, to actually fix some stuff on iOS. On iOS, you need to go straight to appdelegate.mmm. Then over there we need to actually make sure that we have some code added. So yeah, let me get that. So on iOS, we need to add the linking header. I think we have that here. Linking header. We haven't added it, so we need to add the linking header. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that. Add this linking header inside your .mmm file. Once that is added, we need to add a linking, some code for the linking also. And that should be somewhere right here. So we're going to add the code somewhere right here. I'm going to copy that. So under this, paste the code that we just copied. Save this also. And once this is saved, next will be inside our iOS pod file. I'm going to add a path to the deep linking pod inside this. I'm going to copy the pod. Under here, so I'm going to paste it under here. So this is the code you need to paste to actually access the pod from node modules and install the pod for us. I think this is it. So right now I'm going to stop our app from running, terminate this, head over here, cd to iOS folder, and then run pod install. So I'm going to cd iOS clear, and then run pod install. There you go. Once that is done, let's cd out and then run our app again. Run the app. That should be npm run iOS. Okay. So yeah, we got this up right now. So let's go ahead and test this again. So there you go. I'm going to open the browser again. So open the browser. Then I'm going to refresh this. Don't start from the beginning. Don't start from the beginning. Just let's see. Come on. Oh, it went on start from the beginning. Because basically, it needs the user to complete some of this stuff, trade license, freelancer permit, and whatever showing up here. So I'm gonna go to skip for now, and then continue. Skip for now, and then we'll go straight to submit. Then open. And you can actually see that worked. So you can actually see Stripe not handled the URL, and that's working. And that's basically at this point here. It's actually showing us the code. So where is it? Inside our app.tx. So now our deep linking is working, and it's telling us that Stripe not handled the URL. We shall console login at, and you can actually see that showing up here. Stripe not handled URL right there. And you can actually see params here showing up. We received deep URL here. I can actually see our deep URL linking, and now you can see the Stripe account ID. So this is the Stripe account ID showing up here. That's cool. We received the Stripe account ID, and we're able to actually get hold of the code, the Stripe account ID itself, by doing the stuff that we did here. And yeah, we're able to access that. So I think that's it. I think also this actually save these Stripe details to our backend also, and then turn this to true. But this will remain false for now. So if you go back to our backend, I'm going to show you guys. So there you go. So there's the backend. If you open this up, this is the user. If you take a look, you can actually see that the shop completed is turned on, and also you can actually see the account ID is exactly the same account ID that we just received. If you take a look, so I'm going to keep this side by side. If you take a look over here, see there's the same account ID. There's nothing missing. It's the same exact account ID that has been substituted in here. So that means it's actually working. We're able to get the deep linking to work, and also get hold of the account ID returned by Stripe, and we are saving it in our backend for the user, and we are saying that the shop completed Stripe, which are setting to true. But this might not be true in most cases. So in most cases, it's like if you take a look here, you see that the user has not actually completed the whole thing. If you restart this, I will show you guys. Because Stripe is asking us to actually fill some details that has been required. So you see business documents, the user has to add a trade license or freelancer permits, which the user has added here. So we're going to skip this for now. If you skip it, you see that it's requiring the user to fill some other details that has not been filled. You see that Emirates ID, the user needs to add that. You see, the user passport, they need to add, and both residency visa, they need to add those stuff for the verification. So that means the user has not actually been verified by Stripe. But in our own case, we are saying that user is being verified by Stripe because the user kind of completed the testing part. We're just using the testing part. But if you actually want to be real sure to see if the user has completed this or not, there's one way to do that. For now, I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to say cancel. So if you want to make sure that the user really completed their onboarding sections for the app, so what you need to do is use Webhook. So there's a Webhook. I haven't implemented that yet. I think I did it somewhere. I'm not too sure. But yeah, you can actually watch for Stripe Connect Webhook. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Stripe.com. Stripe Connect. No. It's called Stripe connect webhook. Yeah, so I have to use the Stripe connect webhook. So what the webhook does is Stripe will actually call the webhook for you, send you a message through the webhook by telling you, okay, there's something that's been required from this user. The user have not completed this, or the user needs to complete this, or whatever. So the Stripe needs to tell you that. And once you get the webhook, then you can decide to, okay, set the user to pending or set the user to verified or whatever. But this is the webhook, how to implement the webhook. So you're going to request the webhook on your back end should look like this. So you can actually copy this and paste it on our back end. But this is how it should look. So right in our back end, we could do that somewhere right below here. So somewhere here, we see the webhook endpoint, and then we're going to say whenever this endpoint is being called by Stripe, we need to get hold of this, do some stuff, then listen to the particular customer that this is being called on, and kind of like see what issue that Stripe is trying to let us know that is kind of like wrong or something like that. Or in this case, it might be that the user has not completed their connect account, and the Stripe is sending the message through over here. Like you could see, we are seeing over here. It should send you the message, and then you can have this handle the authorization or whatever, however you want to handle the webhook issues. Then you can do that right here by actually taking a look at the event type. If event.type is equals account application.deauthorized, then get the event data, event.account, then connected account ID. Like I said, the connected account ID should be this exact ID, and then you can decide to do whatever you want with it. So look for, maybe send the user another link for verification, or the same link, something like that. So yeah, that's one way to actually work on this stuff that we have here. So yeah, that's it. So it's very important to have webhook on your, if you're trying to push the app to production. So like I said, the webhook will actually help you to monitor any changes or failure from the user, while kind of like registering for accounts or doing any payments or whatever it is that the user is trying to do. So we use webhook to monitor for that. But in our own case right here, we'll not be going straight to the webhook part. But if you want to go straight to webhook part, so this is how to do this. So you're going to get over to Stripe. We're using tutorial test account. Inside the tutorial test account, what I need to do is basically head straight to connect part. You see that? So if you take a look, you see that the user that we are trying to register, which is soft, the current user we actually try to register, has a status of restricted, so it's not complete yet. And if you open that, you see, it's going to tell us what transfer is inactive because the user have not completed some information. You see that? So the information that is requiring for the user to complete is basically, come on, show up. Yeah. The identity document is required, company license is required, owner's passport is required, owner's visa is required. So that's why it's saying that we can't transfer money to this particular user, because all of this is required from them to actually be able to start selling stuff as a business on our platform. So yeah, that's basically it. And if you are using webhook, we should be able to detect this issue and then send the user a new link or the same link so that they can be able to complete whatever is in here. So yeah, that's it. And for the webhook part, so let's think it's somewhere here. Setting up the webhook should be done from this endpoint. So let's take a look. So we have this. Okay, how the business did that account now. That's not where we are trying to get to. come on, you should be able to get to the webhook. God, I've forgotten where that is at the moment. Come on, think, remember. No. No. Okay, then we actually take a look from here how to get to our webhook. Okay, yeah, there you go. So over here in your dashboard, there should be endpoint, yeah, in the webhook section. So you can add a webhook endpoint here, so as Shark can be able to send you information to your webhook whenever something happens. Now we can actually give that a go. Over here, I'm gonna click on this, add a webhook endpoint URL. So for the head webhook endpoint URL, so this is how we do it. First of all, get hold of the backend URL, which is this, the first one. Add that here, and inside the backend we're going to say /webhook. So /webhook will basically be coming from this endpoint right here, the webhook endpoint. Copy that, because this will be a post request that Stripe will be making. So paste that right here, and I'm going to call this to be so we can actually give it any random names. Something. Let's say info, Stripe info. Not a name, basically a description to remember what this is all about. So Stripe info issues. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Yeah, Stripe info issues. Listen to events on your accounts, events on connected accounts. So we can listen to events on my own accounts, basically the main platform account, but that's not what we're trying to do. We want to listen to events on connected accounts. So for now, listen to events on connected accounts, select events to listen to. I think we should listen to all events. Is that how to add all events? Yeah, select all events, add events. There's a whole lot of them. Come on. So add endpoint. Do we need all these events? Promotion code updated. Okay, guys, we need to undo this. We need to undo it. Come on. So how do undo our selection? Yeah, not all of them. The one we want to listen to is, we can just click cancel. I think maybe if we leave it empty, you can actually listen to any events for us. So I'm trying to remove all this. We don't need them. That's too much. we can actually kind of like just focus on the event that we want to listen to if we know the type of event we want to focus on that, or we could just allow it to be open at the moment so that we could just filter it based over here. So if you take a look at our back end, you can actually see account application deauthorized. So that's the event type that this is listening to. So for now, I'm going to say add endpoint. So okay, it says we need to select an event that we need to listen to. So if we select that, so let's take a look at the event that we need to listen to. So account application detail occurs when the user disconnects from your account and can be used to trigger required cleanup on your server. So we are not going to listen for this, but we can listen for this and listen for account updated. Yeah, so account updated, person updated, and account intent. Okay, when payment and result is successful charge, balance available, account external, account updated, payout failed. So we can just listen to these three of them. I think the most important one to listen to right now is this one and this one. So let's copy account updated. So let's listen to account updated. So I'm gonna search for events and listen to this also. Let's add another one, person updated. Let's listen to that also. Person updated. Yeah, add that right in here. Another stuff we need to listen to, person updated, payment intent succeeded. You could actually listen to that. But for this case, let's just limit it to these sections for now. So I'm gonna add these events and then add endpoints, and there you go. You can actually see the endpoint has been enabled. Yeah, so far it has been enabled. We could actually test this out. So due to in our backend, we already added the webhook path right here. So what we could do is to actually console log whatever is happening out here. So I'm going to console log this out by using the log statement over here in our backend. So basically the app, like I said, the backend is actually built with Node.js. So this is Node.js Express backend. So I'm gonna say, so what do we call this? Webhook stripe, comma. So this is webhook stripe. I'm gonna listen for the event type. There you go. Because we did have these types of event for connect webhooks. So it has account updated, this balance available, payment, payout failed, or whatever. Yeah, so let's take a look, and we already added that. So console log this out for loss. That's what we need. Is there any other stuff? Why is it highlighting that? Okay, handle deauthorization. For now, we're going to comment that out. We don't need to call that function. And next, endpoint secrets. So the endpoint secrets. So let's see how to actually get that. I think, okay, API keys. Okay, so yeah, we added this overview. Okay, we can just copy this. Endpoint secret is for this secret that we have right here. We already added that in our backend, so yeah, I could remember. So to get the endpoint secret, what I need to do is to get access to this. So I'm going to copy this, process environment, the stripe 2. Basically use that. We are going to use that right here. So yeah, we replace this with it. I think that should be it. Okay, there we go. So we added that. So let's give this a try right now, and I'm going to bring this log statement up so you can actually see whatever is happening over here. And I'm going to restart this. And so we have the restart. So I'm going to call skip for now, and call continue, skip for now, and I'm going to call submit, open. So this opens up to our main app, whereby we are going to receive this URL we should receive. And also let's check. Yeah, you see, success failure code. Okay, this was success failure. We should be able to receive another one from Webhook itself. Should be called. So let's take a look. Yeah, so it's actually called Webhook endpoints 638 636. So it's telling us we're missing required params, enabled events when calling this. Okay, I see. But this works, so it was able to call this for us. Okay, I see. External account updated. So yeah, the webhook is actually being called. You can actually verify that from here. Succeeded, one call succeeded and one call actually failed. If you go back to our back end again, and let's take a look. Okay, let's see events, the Stripe. Okay, instead of getting hold of the events type here, let's console log the body, request the body for now, and let's see how what that looks like. So I'm gonna console log request the body. That means we have to comment this path out. I also comment this whole code out for now, and just listen for whenever something changes in here. That means when the webhook is being called. To test that again, I'm going to go back to the browser, refresh our browser right here to be able to get, yeah. So skip this for now. Yeah, just before call that skip. Yeah, skip for now also. So we're gonna try to get to the main thing. Right here I'm gonna say submit, and then I'm gonna say open. Okay, so that's been called, and we opened our app right here, and for some reason the webhook, we didn't get this error here. So let's try this. So let's take a look. Let's refresh this and see what failed and what was actually successful. Okay, looks like this particular endpoint is not being called. Error still 0%. Yeah, it's not being called. Connect type, add local listener. Yeah, we have this webhook endpoints added already. So okay, so this, okay, none of them failed. It succeeded. But for some reason, we're not receiving any other event on the endpoint. So let's see. Come on, Webhook API. Yup. Okay, let's try doing the registration from the beginning again. Let's see if that will work. Okay, just the phone number. And we need to add the code that was sent to us by Stripe 160 198. Yeah. And over here, I'm going to just choose an individual, just be fast with this. So, are you registered in free zone? Nope. Okay, just selected yes, but let's try. Okay. Okay, goodbye. Whatever, just try to be fast with what we're doing. .cv.com. Okay, continue. Legal name of person. Just say, yeah, just add some dummy stuff into that. D.BP, so just yeah, nationality. You can just choose whatever we want. They just say 22 1991. Then province should be Dubai. Phone number, any random number. It should be 15 digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go. Then continue. Continue. Use a test account. and then try submit. Hopefully we should be able to get a call showing up here. So let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, yeah, that works. So yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, we're actually receiving some calls on the endpoint right here showing us, so you can actually see that. So that because we didn't toggle this to be on test mode. So right now we put it on test mode. So let's take a look. On the webhook that we added. Oh, okay, we actually made a mistake. We added a webhook on production part of the app and not on the test part of the app. Okay, I was surprised. I was like, why are we not receiving any other stuff, any stuff on this webhook? That's because we added it on production and not on test. So let's go back to the test path. Nope. So we on the test parts of the app, go back to webhook, add an endpoint, test app endpoint. There you go. Listen to events. So we still need to select the same event again to do all the stuff for the beginning. Come on. Okay, let's add all this. Be fast about it. And account updated event. That. And last but not the least is this. And also our personal updated, and finally, yeah, personal updated should be the last one. Nope. So personal created, personal updated, I think that should be it. Add events, add endpoint. So this is now on our test mode. Events, logs, we should be able to get some logs, something showing up here. So let's try this. Go back. So this is the last event that was sent here. So let's see if we're going to receive another one after that. Submit. Okay, let's restart this. Yeah, so the webhook was actually called, but that didn't call the one that we actually added by ourselves. Webhook endpoints, let's see. Yeah, URL to be called is basically this URL. search Webhook. Okay, so let's see. So now back end we didn't receive that. When the webhook was called, we didn't actually receive it. So okay, yeah, so that's basically it. So I think the only part we actually having issues is to set up the webhook, like I talked about. But I think that should be some minor stuff that I'm going to look into in on it before our next session. But yeah, so that's basically how to create a vendor account with Stripe. So multi-vendor account with Stripe using um, using your Node.js backend, React Native for the front end in this case, and then be able to get the seller to onboard the seller on your account. But there's something we need to fix before we can actually say that we just completed this setup. So what we need to fix is whenever this is being called to save the user, that means the user is being updated at the back end, and right there in our back end we are watching for something to be able to remove this. When to remove this button entirely when we are sure that the user has been created. So all we need to do, we have to remove that button. We are checking if manual verification complete is equals to true. If manual verification complete is equals to true, basically hide this and replace it with an empty view. And also if manual verification is complete, then basically show this to the user. So in that case, what we need to do, I'm going to turn this in our back and I'm going to turn the manual verification to be complete for now. If we go ahead and restart our app, as I turned it to be true, yeah, you can actually see that's working. So once we turn the manual verification to be true manually on our back end using the admin or something else like that, so this will remove the previous button that shows become a seller and replace it with go to listing. So if the user taps on go to listing, what we want to do is to actually take them to the listing page where they can be able to list their product and be able to actually upload that to our own back end to be used. Yeah, so I think that's it. And so today we are able to actually accomplish what we set out to do. Tomorrow we'll be working more towards to being able to get this to work with to be able to upload flowers or gifts product to the back end to our back end by the vendor. So that means the vendor who is now a seller on our platform can be able to upload their product or whatever to our own back end and be able to see their product listed inside our app. So that's what we're kind of like trying to work on tomorrow. Hopefully to see you guys also here tomorrow. And yeah, maybe you can just complete that tomorrow. And once that is done, I think other parts of the app can be completed. And there's nothing much remaining on the app just to complete this the listing parts, and other ones will just be a minor fixes. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Let me know if you like what we did here today, and if you think there's something we are missing on the tutorial, or there's something we needed to add based on the webhook parts. Because what is remaining is just the webhook. We're able to complete the deep linking on React Native. We're able to get call Stripe to register our Connect users and all those stuff, how to set up Stripe and Stripe Connect and all those stuff. Yeah, that we completed. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get the user to upload their products into our backend and see it immediately listed in our app, and they can decide to also buy their products from our app also. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you guys for joining, and thanks. Hopefully it was good. Yeah. And if you haven't subscribed, guys, try to subscribe, hit the subscription button and also the bell button to be notified whenever I'm up here to actually live stream. So don't miss the tomorrow one. It's going to be awesome. We'll be doing a lot tomorrow. Yeah, so don't miss it, guys. Have a nice day, everyone. See you guys tomorrow, and thanks.